Hey guys, Sonic Smash Bros. Here, and after about 5 days of suffering in the KC Cup, D-level max. Already. Same build as before, no need to profile it. Mainly because I already profiled it in the previous video that I've recorded not too long ago. So, yeah, just a brief overview of what I actually took into the KC Cup card for card. Nothing was changed. I was considering double Lance at one point instead of triple Chalice, but ultimately the Chalice just proved way too important. Anyway, so instead of going into a profile this time around, we're just going to get straight to the replays, because I have some highlights from the KC Cup to show you. Well, the first stage anyway. And man, is this format absolute hell. So we have got a whopping 10 replays to show. And we're starting off with Rockets. Yeah, Rockets are essentially the anti-meta deck right now.
Let's rev it up! Duel! I'll decimate you. Metal Rocket Dragon!
So, starting things off, we have the classic Metal Rocket Boot Sector, which unfortunately came from hand and not the deck.
Launches effect act Magna Rocket Dragon. Here's what's coming.
And an immediate overlay into Evil Swarm Nightmare, to essentially be a Book of Moon for special summons. But speaking of Book of Moon, yeah, I hate to do it to you. Except, no, I really don't.
Here's my face down card. I know what to do. I activate my monsters effect.
So we're just gonna do the standard Tatsunoko to Crystal Wing climb.
I'm counting on you. I synchro summon a monster. Jet Synchron's effect.
Search the converter, you know how this goes.
My spell card. Tuning.
Tuning the Junk Synchron for next turn, Mela Cosmic unfortunately.
Level 5. I activate my monsters effect. I need your help. I'm counting on you. I synchro summon a monster. I'll set a card.
And I want to say that card was Rapid Trigger?
Attack. I end my turn.
My turn. I draw Boot Sector launches effect activate. Metal Rocket Dragon. Magna Rocket Dragon.
How's this for an answer? Here's
Book
my
one of the
face
rockets so he
am
can't
my
play another
It's go
Xyz.
time.
It's your
I
turn.
draw. I set a card. Battle. Go. My monster
Actually, no, at that point it might be Needle Sealing, so I was a little bit worried about that.
activate my
During this
monsters
end
effect.
phase, but now
Or no, it was actually
use the card
Necrofusion.
I set. Roar and anger merge into the source of all rage. I set your eye.
I end my
So yeah, Borrelord Furious, a prismatic everyone should have by now most likely.
I draw. I activate my
Quick launch is going to be top deck, which is going to get him Rocket Tracer.
Dillingerous Dragon activates its effect.
We're going to be stopping Dillingerous Dragon from coming back, because otherwise Borrelord would just end me.
How's this for an answer?
Chalice the Borrelord Furious.
I activate a quick play spell.
Metal Rocket Dragon. Here I go. I too.
And he'll
must
synchro into
battle.
Void Ogre Dragon.
Furious Dragon.
You're not
And not read Crystal Wing whatsoever. So his Borrelord Furious goes down for free. People, read Crystal Wing's effect.
You've been stopping my
time
moves,
to put the
but
pedal
can
to
you
the
keep
I
that
draw.
up?
From
I end
my
my
hand.
turn. I'll play this.
Cosmic the Boot Sector, Void Ogre says no, Crystal Wing says no to Void Ogre saying no. In classic Yu-Gi-Oh fashion.
This is the
And the worst part is, I had Quasar that turn. Just to add a little bit of extra insult to injury. So next up, we have Toons. Yeah, for the first time, I believe in Duel Links history, Toons are actually good.
I'll prove I only allow Duel. It's my turn. Witness the... I flip over my face. I know what to do.
So we are going to see...
Monsters effect. The tuner monster.
Or wait, was this Toons or was this...
Summon a monster.
This can't have been Mech Knights, was it?
Level 5.
Because I would have seen two invitations there.
The tuner monster jumps. Okay. I synchro summon a monster.
It's either Toons or Mech Knights, I forget which.
I'll set a cup. I end my turn. This is going to
It's Toon World, so it's probably Mech Knight.
drop my hand. I activate a quick play spell. You're not the only one full of surprises.
Yeah, no to your book.
Well now.
Book of money, as it were.
There's still hope for me.
Oh wait, no, it was Mech Knight Crusadia, never mind. Yeah, I was thinking it would be Toons, but...
Let's battle. Prepare yourself. I knew you'd try that.
Once more, I reiterate, read Crystal Wing.
I draw. The tuner monster jump synchron's effect.
World Legacy Secret is going to come up, which is going to be used to negate my Junk Synchron.
I'm not skip jump synchron attack.
Junk Synchron actually gets to attack for once, running over the Crusadia Maximus.
Let's see what you can do.
Everything is still proceeding
I end my turn.
well now. I summon a well now. I special summon a monster. Well now. My monster's effect. Act my monster's effect.
Gonna allow the Crusadia Maximus to go off here because...
Activate my monster's effect.
Magius, rather. I don't really pay attention to Crusadias, they're just boring to me. Because I want to stop the Purple Nightfall.
Hope you're ready. I special my monster's effect activates. Time to battle. Prepare yourself.
And yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't really do anything else beyond that.
Win this duel. I draw. From my hand. I act. A duelist.
Cosmic, I actually had to take a risk here. Fortunately, we get one of the level 7s. In fact, we get both of them. So yeah, the reason I had to take a risk there is I would have fallen just short of having game, and that would have meant potential for another turn.
Here's my tuner monster jet synchron.
Yeah, I was not having that.
Hopes of the world coalesce into a single star.
Especially when he could have pulled out another Mech Knight, most likely Blue Sky or something, and just essentially cheesed his way to a victory.
Jet synchron's effect.
Although, come to think of it, it wouldn't have been a risk anyway, because I could have just...
I lost. The power of my bond.
Yeah, I could have just ran over his... whatever the other one was, and then swung into a 100 attack Magius for game. Yeah, I didn't have to take a risk at all. It just worked out that I got that. Yeah, can you tell I don't pay attention to Crusadia because they're just boring? They're like Goki in a sense. Mindless OTK, and that's all they do. Speaking of mindless, time for Destiny Hero. And more specifically, it's not even Destiny Hero, it's Destiny Effect playing the game for you.
Is useless. Duel.
And welcome to one of the big complaints I have about this format. The game tends to play itself for you, as you'll see with this skill.
Malicious's effect. Come on, Destiny Hero, Malicious. I activate the spell cards. I fusion summon a monster.
Get a free Dystopia.
Introducing Dystopia's effect activates.
Burn for 800, that's whatever.
Activate Malicious's effect. Come on, Destiny
Get another
Hero,
Malicious on board.
Destiny Hero.
Destiny Effect gives Dystopia an extra 200 attack, meaning its original attack is not what its current attack is, which means he has a quick effect, pop and bun, play activation.
It's go time.
So, quite annoying.
I draw.
And triple back row.
My hand.
Yep, Destiny Hero can essentially play one monster triple back row combos.
Here's
Not
my face down
okay.
I activate a quick play spell.
I activate my spell card. Tuning. A duelist. I flip over my face down cup. I activate my spell card. Tuning.
Fortunately, we mailed the Doppel here.
Monster Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's effect. I'm counting on you.
Dystopia's effect activates.
Dystopia's gonna attempt to stop the Doppel Warrior from staying on the field. Chalice says no. Compulsory comes out, and here comes a really stupid mistake.
My trap activates.
You compulsory Doppel Warrior.
Jet Synchron's effect.
When I still had a Jet to play. Yeah, Doppel's coming back.
Counting on you. I special wearing the marks of endless wars. His spirit still burns. Scarred. I activate my
Get the Doppel tokens. Bottomless Trap Hole comes out. Yeah, triple back row, folks. All because Destiny Effect is absolutely brain dead.
I special summon a monster. Power and speed surge towards each other. The Synchro. Formula Synchron's effect activate.
Formula Synchron draw. Not like it's going to matter what I drew there because I still have Synchron Explorer in hand and I'm putting that to work. So we get Crystal Wing and just tell Mr. Dystopia over here, no, you do not get to play today.
Battle, take this. I activate my monsters effect.
Yeah, you basically need to do all of that to get through a full Destiny Effect end board. Not okay.
In every Destiny hero I draw. How could I have lost?
This is the strength.
And he just scooped when his brain dead end board got broken through. All because he played stupid into that Doppel Warrior. Yeah. Good job, dude. Good job. Can you really tell I hate the current brain dead skills of the format? And we haven't even seen the other one yet. But we're not going to for a little bit, because this match got weird. We've got Harpies. Lots of them. Except, they didn't show up most of the time at all. This was another back row fest. Yeah, can you tell back row is a freaking problem?
I'll prove that nothing and no one is useless.
You think you can duel?
It's my turn. Witness
So fortunately, I'm going first.
Here's my face down cup. I'm counting. I activate my monster. Here's my tune. I'll set it. I need your help.
Use the tuning as a bluff because I wasn't going to take any chances.
Jet Synchron's effect. I synchro summon a monster. Level 5. Catapult Warrior. I activate a continuous spell. I activate my monster.
Full disclaimer, by the way, we will get to see the full Turn 1 Quasar combo line in action in this replay compilation, so look forward to that. But for now, Crystal Wing again. Yeah, we still kind of rely on Crystal Wing a lot sometimes.
It's might draw. Say hello to Harpy Harpist. I set a card.
And he knows he can't, well, do Harpy shenanigans because I have Crystal Wing on board.
It's go time. I draw the tuner monster
Junk Synchron. He comes in. First of many back rows, Ice Dragon's Prison.
I reveal my face. Okay. I special summon a monster.
So that doesn't go as planned. Flip the tuning I used as a bluff earlier to set up for next turn.
I'll set a card. I'm not go.
Now
I attack with
Book
my
of Moon comes up.
I flip over my face down card.
I activate a quick
And for some reason, he just doesn't play the other one. I don't get it.
I activate my monster.
Well, either way, Crystal Wing says no to the Graveyard effect, and we keep moving as normal.
Feeling nervous? Draw. I set a monster face down. I set a card face down. I end my turn.
It's go time. I draw. I set a card. The tuner monster Junk
Set
Synchron.
Chalice.
Synchron's effect.
And we start the Junk Synchron climb once again.
Wearing the marks of endless wars, his It's scarred. I activate a
You pretty much know how this goes by now, except Book of Moon comes around to interrupt that.
I reveal my face down card. I activate a
The tuner monster junks battle.
Goes straight for the Scarred Warrior, so I have to wait a turn. Book of Moon number 2 comes out. Actually, no, I believe that was 3, because he had one that got lanced earlier.
I end my turn.
Feeling
So,
nervous?
everyone's face down except for the Junk Synchron, unfortunately.
My monster's effect activates.
You're not the only one full of surprises.
Yeah, this turned into more of a battle of back row, if anything.
Hello to Harpy Harpist. I exceed summon a monster.
And for some reason,
I play Lightning Chidori.
yeah, Mai has a voice line for Lightning Chidori.
How's this?
Gonna put that Crystal Wing back in the extra deck. Book of Moon's gonna stop any further plays with Exceeds material.
It's my turn.
And that's all I needed.
The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take flight.
In the end, despite the back row hell that happened,
A duelist's job is
Quasar gets to show up.
mighty.
And you know what happens when Quasar gets to show up.
Each card. Evolve. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The evolution of life. Battle. Attack shooting Quasar Dragon. Attack shooting Quasar Dragon. The first of. The power.
And that's another replay down. Yeah, had quite a few replays to show. And most of them are kind of more of the same. Is this the one that got really hilarious because of something that, you know, the dude tried to do that was really cancerous? No, this is the other Rocket replay. Yeah, I ended up running into quite a lot of these.
I'll prove that nothing.
Allow me to.
I do, however, get the full
My turn.
Jet and Doppel combo hand.
Silver Rocket Dragon. I'm setting a card.
Boot Sector Launch comes out to play.
I activate my Quick Place, the tuner monster. Rocket Tracer activates its effect. Magna Rocket Dragon. I'm setting a card. Here's what's coming. I tune my monsters. Silver Rocket Dragon's Magna Rocket Dragon. With this,
It's
I
my
end
turn.
my turn.
I draw from my hand.
And I forget how exactly I play this hand out. Do I go full combo here or do I not? I'm trying to remember.
I flip over my face step. The tuner monster junk Synchron's effect.
Okay, yeah, no, I attempt to. Warning point just says no.
I activate a trap.
Jet Synchron's
And that turned out
effect.
to be Floodgate Trap Hole anyway.
Here's my tuner monster. I activate my monk. I know what to do. I need your help. I synchro summon a monster. I activate.
Oh wait, I remember what I do here. This was actually kind of big brain.
Okay.
Catapult Warrior actually gets to come in clutch here.
Special summon.
So, Tatsunoko with the 2 tokens, Catapult Warrior. Here's where the clutch move happens.
Catapult
If
warrior.
you'll pay attention, you'll notice, by the end of this, I would normally have Crystal Wing and Junk Synchron. That would mean I have more monsters than he does. So he could boot Sector from the grave. Catapult Warrior is going to put a fix to that.
You know how to fight.
Now you'd think I'd go after the Void Ogre here. Actually, no. I'd rather... Oh wait, no, I do go for the Void Ogre here. Why would I do that? Realistically, I should have gone for the Rocket.
During a duel. I draw. I'm setting a card.
Guess I got lucky.
Stopping my
Time to put
moves.
the pedal
But
to
can
the-
you
I
keep
draw.
that up?
The tuner monster junk Synchron's effect.
My father taught me that
And I am lucky that wasn't Needle Sealing. Must have been Rapid Trigger or something, I'm not sure. I think this one coming up is the one that gets really big brain. Yep, I think this is the one. So yeah, Playmaker is everywhere now because of 3 effects being so freaking splashably broken. And we're about to see one example of it in the most toxic way possible.
Sure.
This duel won't duel. My turn. I activate my monster. I know what to do.
Yep, 3 effects, Tenyi. Yay.
The ultimate circuit from my hand. I activate a spell
And he's
card.
playing Ryu Okami. If your opponent special summons a monster at any time, they must send something from their extra deck to their graveyard.
Create the ultimate circuit.
So yeah,
I set
they're
my
essentially playing the
monsters in
Floodgate
the ring.
game.
I activate my monsters effect. I know what to do. I activate
But there is
my
something you
monsters
need to
effect.
keep in mind. This effect is a forced
special summon a
activate.
monster. I synchro summon up. I activate my monsters effect. Create the ultimates. I activate my monsters effect. I know what to do. I end my turn.
It's go time.
3 effects the Shaman to get some extra life points, and this is where things get a little bit funny.
Jet Synchron's effect.
We're gonna pitch the Doppel Warrior
Jet
here.
Synchron. The tuner monster. Junk
So I'm
Synchron.
choosing to put Stardust in the grave. Junk Synchron activates.
I activate my monster.
Draco is gonna banish him, but I have Tatsunoko.
Summon a monster.
I activate my monsters effect.
Get rid of Formula Synchron because I'm not gonna need him here.
I'll play this. I activate
Here's
my
my
monsters
face down
effect.
card. I activate
Now I flip the Synchro Chase because I know I'm going to need it.
Wars, his spirit still burns. Start.
I don't think so.
I activate.
Fortunately, I had that Synchron Explorer in hand.
I'm counting on you. I special summon a monster.
I unfortunately have to give up the Quasar here, but what happens after is really funny.
I'll play
Forced activate, Crystal Wing negate, Draco can't banish because he already banished earlier.
Battle. This is this. I activate my monsters effect.
Yeah, that happened. Oh, that was beautiful. I got lucky that it worked out the way it did, but that was beautiful. And that's not the normal Tenyi end board, by the way, so don't get used to seeing that, although it's probably going to get Ryu Okami banned or something, I don't know. Because, you know, they don't want extra deck floodgating, basically. So yeah, now we get to a bit of a more interesting matchup. It's time for Gimmick Puppets. First time in a long time.
Sure.
Which of my fabulous fans should I take on today? Duel!
It's go. I activate my spell.
Tuning, search the Jet Synchron.
Each card.
And I'm just gonna play the same standard combo as usual. Like the same Jet combo
I
anyway.
flip over my face. I'm counting.
Yeah, for once a Jet combo that isn't ending on
I activate my
Arcephus.
monsters effect.
Figure that one out.
Here's my tuner monster. I need your help. I synchro summon a monster. Jet synchro.
Granted, I still think that
I synchro
the
summon a
Crystal
monster.
Wing end board is a little bit better, but that's just me.
Level 5.
Like, the threat of Crystal
I
Wing is just
activate a
way too
continuous
good.
spell. I activate my monsters
Going
effect.
to, for good measure, have
Here's
an extra
my
body
tuner
on board.
monster. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. I synchro summon a monster. I'll set a cup. I set a cup.
And
I
set
end
2.
my
You know how this goes.
I draw. From my hand,
Cosmic's one of the back row. I believe he Cosmic's the Chalice? Yep.
from my hand, I activate a quick
Books
play.
the Crystal Wing, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes sometimes.
Biscal's effect activates from my graveyard. Your
my
effects
face
can't
down
target my gimmick
I
puppets
activate a
this
quick
turn. Join me.
Yeah, about that. If I chain the book, I can still target you.
It's here comes gimmick puppet. Here
goes!
And you would think he'd go into a Gimmick Puppet, but no, he's going into Dingirsu, the Orcust of the Evening Star.
I activate my monster's effect. Battle!
Sends the Synchro Chase to the grave, except, I think he forgot I had a converter in grave. I don't need that at this
Tuner
point.
monster junk Synchron's effect. I know what to do. Wearing the marks of endless wars, his spirit's scarred. I activate my monster's effect. I need your help. The hopes of the world coalesce.
So the Quasar comes out once again. Yeah, once more the skill kinda sets up the Quasar for free anyway. And hey, at least this time, all 4 Steiner Dragons got to be at least on screen during this little compilation.
Witness the bond. Evolve! Life! I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The evolution of light. I'm not scared to attack. Let's battle! Attack shooting Quasar Dragon! The first of go! I attack with my monster!
So this time, defending himself with Dingirsu was the right play.
Stop spoiling my... I draw! From my hand...
And he top decks the book. I have to force a negate here.
Gimmick Puppet Destroy! I'll play this! I link summon a monster! I activate my monster's effect!
Links into Gimmick Puppet Chimera Doll, which he doesn't have a line for some reason, but Mai has one for Lightning Chidori.
Resurrect a Gimmick Puppet! Gimmick Puppet I build the...
So here's the funny thing about this. Realistically, going into Gigantus Doll is the smart thing to do, except he forgot the one downside to taking control of my monster.
Gigantus Doll's effect.
Growing up on the street.
So let me just show exactly what happened there. Only Xyz monsters can attack. See the problem? Yeah, he rage quit when he realized what he did. Beautiful. But now we get into some cancer from this format, basically. More than the usual. So here comes the question. What's it going to be? Blackluster Soldier or Gandora Orcust? Place your bets, folks. The answer to that is Gandora Orcust.
Of course. Duel!
Yay.
It's I activate my spell card. Tuning. A duelist.
So once more, we just do the basics.
Here's my face down. I'm counting on it. I activate my monsters. Here's my tuner monster. I know what to do. I synchro summon a Jet Synchron's effect. I synchro summon a monster. Level 5. I activate a continuous spell. I
Catapult
activate my
Warrior.
monster's effect. Here's my tuner. I need your
Yeah, I placed the jet right under the Crystal Wing on purpose, so Longirsu can't remove it.
I'll set a cup. I end my turn.
It's my turn.
So,
I draw.
this turn puts me in an incredibly bad situation.
I activate my spell. I'll give it my... Emerge! Giga Rays Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction! Witness Gandora's magical...
I knew you'd try that.
Let him pay his life points. Chalice says no.
I activate a quick place.
Let's go! Gold Gadget! Gold Gadget brings along a friend. Yellow Gadget! Yellow Gadget's effect adds Green Gadget to my hand. Here it comes. I Xyz summon a monster.
And he goes into,
I
of all
activate my
things,
monster's effect.
Evil Swarm
activate my monster's effect.
Exotonite. At least I think that's how I'm pronouncing it.
I activate my monster's effect.
So,
I do
funny
this.
enough, in doing that, he let me live another turn.
I activate my monster's effect.
It comes at the cost of my Synchro chase, but oh well.
I link summon a monster.
Unfortunately, that's not the problem here. The big threat
I set a card.
is orchestrated babble.
I flip over my set card. Appear. I
So,
exceed
yeah,
summon a
this means
monster.
all of his Orcusts are quick effects, including his Link monsters on the field.
I activate my monster's effect. Appear. I link summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. Here it comes. I'll do this. I link summon
And
a
he gets
monster.
Longirsu out.
Time
end
to
my
put the
turn.
pedal to the metal.
So this means any of these two zones are offline.
My hand.
That Cosmic
Activate a quick
was
play
literally
spell.
the only thing that could save me.
Here's my chance. That's what I was waiting for. I activate my monster's
And when I
effect.
say it was the only thing that could save me, I meant it.
The tuner monster junk synchro.
If I had drawn into anything else,
I special wearing
that would have been a
the
loss.
endless wars, his spirit
All
still
because he exceeds into that evil
Synchro
swarm
summon.
Excitanite, I believe it is. Pronouncing that is weird. Anyway, point is, because of that situation,
I activate my
I was
monster's
safe for one
effect.
more turn.
I need your help. Like the hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take flight, Stardust Dragon! A duelist's job.
And it's time for some personal revenge from shooting Quasar Dragon. Yeah, this is what you get for playing Orcust.
Each card has
Telling y'all, Orcust players are carried.
evolved. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The evolution of light. I'm not scared to attack shooting Quasar Dragon. Up go! My monster attacks you directly.
And goodbye.
You didn't growing up.
Yeah, can you tell I have a little bit of salt from this KC Cup being so toxic? Yeah, this format's kind of brainless, can't you tell? And speaking of brainless, time for the other skill of the two that essentially plays the game for you. No, it's not Magician's Magic. Honestly, Magician's Magic is fine for the most part. A few effects aside, but that's about it. Like, Magician's Magic does what it needs to do, and it does it decently well. Soul of Light and Darkness, on the other hand... Yeah, see the problem right away?
It's Duel. Here I go. My turn. From my hand,
However,
activate a
this
spell.
particular Blackluster Soldier variant makes things a little more interesting. In a rare case where we actually see this, he's playing Gateway to
Field
Chaos.
spell activates.
99% of Blackluster Soldier builds will generally just play the I Fish for one monster and just play triple back row.
Activate a ritual spell.
So, banish the Super Soldier Ritual from Grave, banish a couple monsters from Grave, bring out Legendary Soldier, or Legendary Swordsman. Super Soldier was one I searched, right. These BLSs are so weird.
Special summon a monster. My turn is done.
It's go.
Brings out Envoy of the Beginning,
I draw.
Cosmic off the top, thank God,
Witness the bond with my.
and so we actually get to do the full combo, albeit a little bit of a frail variant of that, because
Here's my face down card.
if I were to go, say,
I
Crystal Wing
activate my
Stardust Warrior
monster's
on board with the Scarred Warrior on board for battle protection,
The tuner
I'd only be able to run
monster
over one
Synchron.
monster. There's only one thing to do.
Synchron's effect.
That's right. For the first time, I would actually recommend the turn 1 Quasar route here.
Okay.
Because in this situation, it's just too good to pass up. You blow up the entire board, just keep things rolling.
I activate my I'm counting. Power and speed surge towards each other. The synchro formula Synchron's Jet Synchron's effect. From my hand, I activate.
Cosmic off the top once again, get rid of the Gateway to Chaos.
Synchro summon a monster. I synchro summon a monster. Level 5.
Tatsunoko, Catapult Warrior, you know how this goes. Except instead of the Crystal Wing this time, we are actually going to be bringing out the turn 1 shooting Quasar Dragon.
I know what to do. I'll rev it up to blast through my limitations. The stars unite to brighten the future. Form the road of life. Limit over itself synchro.
So yeah, in a rare instance where I actually do this, turn 1 Quasar. Only one skill effect needed, and if you open Jump Converter, you technically don't need
I'll set a card.
anything but the Jet and Doppel.
Attack shooting Quasar Dragon. Go.
So we're just gonna blow up the both of these.
I'm not giving up.
Refuse to lose.
I end my turn.
Still believe in my card. From my hand, I activate
Dark Hole
Shooting
Quasar is
Quasar
going to
Dragon.
have to negate that.
I activate a ritual spell. I'm counting on you. Let's do this.
Brings out Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier.
Activate.
Gets a quick 850 burn, that's fine.
Be a tough one. I draw. I'll set. I'm not scared. Here
Set
I
that
go.
last Cosmic.
I attack.
They just wanted to give me all the Cosmics today, apparently.
Now, my
Shooting
Super Soldier
Quasar
negated by
Dragon.
Quasar. If that was Kiteroid, big deal. Wouldn't have mattered.
Go. My monster attacks you directly.
And there we go.
I may have.
You
I don't
believe in your
Get
cards
why
just
he
as
didn't
much
just
as I
play
do.
the Soul of Light and Darkness effect a second time, because for some reason he didn't do that, but... we take those. I guess you have to control a Blackluster Soldier, maybe that's why, although even then that would have made less sense because he had Super Soldier on board. So yeah. Can you tell my brain is a bit fried from having to deal with this all the last 5 days? So, this part gets a bit weird. This was a rank up duel for both of us. It won't show it here, but this was a rank up duel for the both of us. So it truly was a fitting finale for one of our arcs
It's my turn.
through the KC Cup.
All right.
Actually, the music change indicates that perfectly.
I activate my monster's effect.
Still one of my favorite tracks in the entire game, by the way. This is so good. So I'm sitting here looking at this like, wait a minute, this is Dark Magician. Why are you playing Playmaker with 3 effects when you could be playing somebody like Arcana or one of the Yugis?
It's my turn. I draw. Each card.
Oh, I find out soon enough.
I flip over my pick. Okay.
So I'm trying to feel this guy out, see if he has Eternal Soul or Magician Navigation on board, right?
Monster Jet Synchron. I'm counting it. I synchro Jet Synchron's effect. I synchro summon a monster. Level 5. I activate a continuous. I activate my monster's effect. I'm counting on it. I know what to do. I activate Catapult Warrior's effect. I need your help.
This time we're just going to use Catapult Warrior to chip at him. So I was thinking this was pure Dark Magician at the time. At this point, I was not willing to risk it. Circle needed to get off the field.
Set a card. Battle. Go.
I did, however, risk the Lance.
I end my turn.
My tingles are tingling.
I draw. From my hand, I activate a spell
And yeah,
card.
that's why it was
I
Playmaker.
activate my monster's effect.
How's this for an answer?
I'll
I
flip
activate
over
my
the
Dark
monster
Magician
effect.
Orcust.
I knew you'd try that. Here's my face down card. I activate a quick play spell.
Come out. I summon. I activate my monster's effect.
You're not the only one full of surprises. Here's my
Chalice
face
comes up.
down
I forget
card.
what he discards here. I think it's
I
Symbol
activate a
Skeleton?
quick play spell.
No, it's another Scrap Recycler.
I special summon I activate my monster's effect.
Apprentice Illusion Magician. Not like that Dark Magician's going to matter anyway.
Your dueling was impressive.
This is the strength of our friendship.
And yeah, at that point, that was just game no matter what he did. So, thankfully, after 5 days of hell on earth in this grind, it's over. Synchron Quasar, KC Cup Stage 1, done. Thank God. Yeah, you can hear the relief in my voice, and that's because, in all honesty, I'm gonna vent about this for a second. This format kinda sucks. If it's not On Eyes or Orcust basically breaking the game, it's Destiny Effect or Soul of Light and Darkness playing the game for you because those skills are absurdly broken. Now granted, a lot of skills are, and I will not defend Bond Illuminates here in its own right, it is pretty stupid. Same can be said about Roaring Soul, Territory of the Sharks, I don't care what anyone says, that skill is dumb. Raging Pendulum, 3 effects, Code Talker Alive, somewhat, but not to the same extent. Favorite Duel to some extent, Hero Alliance as well. There's a lot of really dumb skills in the game right now, but none to the effect of Destiny Effect or Soul of Light and Darkness. Those 2 skills essentially just play the game for you, and then you just get to sit on triple back row for no reason. Which, speaking of which, this highlights how much of a problem back row is more than ever. There is a reason I have considered going double lance instead of the triple chalice. Back row is that over centralizing. It is a pain in the neck to essentially want to try to play the game, but then you have a quick effect monster pop, so you need monster effect negation, or just a way to flip the thing face down anyway. But then you also have triple back row to worry about, which means unless you get really lucky, you're not playing the game whatsoever. 3FX Tenyi is even worse about that, because if they get their optimal end board, there's nothing most decks can do. If we had the extra room for shooting Star Dragon, we'd have an answer. But we really don't, because we don't have another extra deck slot. Like, realistically, just gonna show this for a second. Realistically, Synchro, Wind, Dragon. Like, realistically, I would love to play it this way. But we can't. So, right now, the game is just in a state where it's either a mindless, splashable deck with 3FX Playmaker, or skills in general that are just playing the game for you. It's not exactly a fun format. Going through this in only 5 days was hell as it was. Is it doable? Absolutely. As I showed there, and you can tell by the music change, it is possible to get through with Synchron Quasar or a good number of decks. Rockets in particular are a really good anti-meta deck right now. But for the most part, it is a very stressful climb when skills are that mindless at this point. Now, I don't mean to sound negative about this, but it's not something I often get to talk about. While yes, the ban list did help the format a little bit, it also didn't really help it at all, because they also brought back Mech Knights essentially, because, you know, Blue Sky going to Limit 2 means they now get 3 Searchers, 5 actually, technically. Although I think they still play the one in Indigo Eclipse, so they get 4 Searchers, not just 3. And, what a mess. Yeah, this particular format is in a very bad situation, and I think with the balance and skill rebalance happening in the future after this KC Cup, I don't know how it's going to go from here. I will say once again, it is definitely doable to get by with stuff like Synchron Quasar. Speedroid still is pretty good. Basically, if you know what you're doing, you can get by with a good number of decks, but I'd say, like, if you had to ask me what the top 5 decks in the format are right now, it is Odd Eyes, in no particular order, by the way. Odd Eyes, some variant of Orcust, usually Gandora Orcust, though. Let's see here. Destiny Effect, Although heroes in general are just toxic, but especially Destiny Effect, Soul of Light and Darkness, and Tenyi. 3 effects, Tenyi in particular. Mech Knight Crusadia is like a really close honorable mention. Speedroids are still really good. Synchron, it is possible, but it is a struggle. Rockets are really good as well. Like, there's a lot of good decks in the format that you can get by with if you know what you're doing. It's just with how mind-numbingly dull the format is, something needs to change. And so here's to hoping that with the next ban list and skill rebalance that happens, things will change at least a little bit. I don't think it'll change too much, unfortunately. Like, we all want Orcust to die, and it probably won't. But at the same time, it's good to see that at least a good number of decks out there can at least do something. Now, if you don't have those, I'm not going to say you're screwed. It's just going to be near impossible to hit D-level max unless you hard outplay the entire time and hope your opponent doesn't constantly open everything they need. As you can see, a good number of those times, I just got insanely lucky. That's just how stressful this format is, folks. But with that, there really isn't much else to say. I'll be seeing you guys in the second stage of the KC Cup. Card for card, same as before. You know how this goes. Let's just hope that things go a little bit better than the last few days. At least now I can finally take a breather. That's kind of the other reason why I tend to do this as fast as possible. So I don't have to worry about playing constantly to try and hit that D-level max for those gems, because those gem rewards are actually amazing. It's just a matter of getting there. Hui, that was a pain. Also, tunes are pretty good as well. In fact, honestly, if you want a good, cheap, budget deck that's actually really solid in its own right, one I can personally recommend for you, assuming you're actually willing to go to the mini box, is Rockets. I believe Revolver gets Boral launched really quickly. You have a good amount of versatility. You can actually make use of one of the Limit 1 bundle cards in Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. And it's honestly not that hard to build for the most part. The only thing you really got to worry about is getting these Silver Rockets from Revolver's event drops and the Borreload Furious copies. That's about it for the most part. Other than that, if you're looking for something cheap budget to play that just covers everything you need, even if it can get a little bit pricey at times, and by that I mean some cards at most, and that's it, go for Rockets. You will need Void Ogre from the Speedroid mini box, but what can you do? Just make sure you're reading cards. Seriously, why did that one dude swing Borreload Furious into Crystal Wing? Seriously. Oh, that was bad. Anyway. With that said, I don't have much else to say. So until the next video, which I swear to you, the dive content will be up fairly soon at the time of this recording. Later, guys.